James Webb Space Telescope 8 new insane images from outer space. The James Webb Space Telescope is here to rewrite everything we know about space so far. Within just 1 year of its launch, the Space Telescope already captured some stunning images. So in this video we'll take a look at a few of them in detail. Let's dive in. 8. Pillars of Creation. What you are looking at is the image of what is known as the Pillars of Creation, which is a vast span of sculptured gas, and it is located about 6,500 light-years away from the Earth in the Eagle Nebula. It has always been a famous Milky Way landmark, ever since the Hubble Space Telescope observed them in 1995. The James Webb Space Telescope's portrait of these iconic structures could finally help scientists uncover more hidden details about how these stars were born and how they got the shape and the space around them. 7. Stephan's Quintet. If you look closely, you would find a group of 4 tightly bound galaxies. This is called the Stephan's Quintet. It is located 290 million light-years away in the Pegasus constellation. This is what happens when space gets too crowded, even if there is a lot of space available in space. See what I did there? These 4 tightly knit galaxies are almost at the verge of collision, slowly warping and stretching the stars and space between them. 6. Bones of a spiral galaxy. What you're looking at is a cosmic knot of gas, stars and dust, and all of this belongs to the spiral galaxy IC 5332. This is located in the constellation Sculptor, which is more than 29 million light-years from Earth. With the James Webb Telescope we can finally observe the spiral arms of this cosmic knot. Incredible, isn't it? 5. The Tarantula Nebula. What you're looking at is the Tarantula Nebula, also known as 30 Doradus. It stretches around 340 light-years wide, and the nebula stretches spindly legs of gas around the cosmic cavity carved by newborn stars. This nebula was first observed by Nicolas Louis de Lacaille during an expedition to the Cape of Good Hope between 1751 and 1753. He named it as the second of the nebula of the first class. The name Tarantula Nebula arose in the mid-20th century from its appearance in the deep photographic exposures. 4. The Cartwheel Galaxy. This image was captured by the James Webb Space Telescope of the Cartwheel Galaxy about 500 light-years away from our planet. This is a spectacular spider spiral galaxy shrouded in hot dust. It might look very similar to the Milky Way. But this distinct shape is a result of an ancient collision with a smaller galaxy, and it looks like a cartwheel. Hence the name Cartwheel Galaxy. Interesting how the astronomers name these galaxies. 3. Mountains of the Carina Nebula. One of the very first images captured by the James Webb Space Telescope was this cosmic landscape painting of the Carina Nebula located about 7,600 light-years away from the Earth. It is one of the most active star-forming regions ever discovered. For those of you who don't know, the Carina Nebula is a large, complex area of bright and dark nebulosity in the constellation Carina, located in the Carina-Sagittarius arm of the Milky Way galaxy. This nebula is also one of the largest diffuse nebulae in our skies, and it is 4 times as large and even brighter than the famous Orion Nebula. But the Carina Nebula is not as famous as the Orion Nebula because of its location in the southern sky. 2. Ghostly Pillars of Creation. The Pillars of Creation were first photographed by the Hubble Space Telescope, even though this was discovered by James Charles Duncan in 1920 on a plate made with the Mount Wilson Observatory 60-inch telescope. They were named so because the gas and the dust are in the process of creating a new star, while also being eroded by light from nearby stars that have recently formed. This is another image of the infamous Pillars of Creation. This ghostly shoot of dust cloaks was captured by James Webb Space Telescope's mid-infrared instrument. Unlike what we showed earlier, the stars are hidden within the dust and aren't bright enough for the mid-infrared instrument, creating a very spooky and somber portrait. 1. The Southern Ring Nebula. The Southern Ring Nebula, also known as the 8-burst nebula, is named so because of its shape that resembles the number 8. This is a gargantuan cloud of gas and dust expelled by a dying star about 2,500 light-years away. The James Webb Space Telescope managed to capture this nebula, with its 2 cameras revealing more details in the nebulous gas structures in the left image and a secret second star hiding in the center of the right image. We were never able to observe this nebula in detail before, and it's the James Webb Space Telescope that made it possible, making this a scientific marvel within just 1 year of its release into space. The James Webb Space Telescope, being a multi-purpose observatory that was launched in December 2021, will be building on the legacy of the Hubble Space Telescope. This telescope will also revolutionize our understanding of the cosmos and will help us determine whether the planets orbiting other stars could support life and also see galaxies that were formed right after the Big Bang. The James Webb Space Telescope will be looking at the cosmos in infrared, which was never possible before with the Hubble Space Telescope, and this might finally give us more clues about what lies beyond our solar system and clues for life outside Earth. The $10 billion spent on this telescope is worth the investment.